Hey folks, it's Soul here with your little tips and reminders for this coming week in Warcraft. You can help me out by hitting the like button, subscribing for more WoW coverage, and catching me live on Twitch. We have some events ongoing, so listen up. Turbulent Timeways is entering its 5th and final week with Wrath of the Lich King. It's your last chance at some easy gear by completing the weekly quest that gets you hero stuff, and if you can brave it, knock out the time-walking version of Ulduar for even more gear. You just gotta get past that first boss with the vehicles and you'll be just fine. Just in case you missed out on the mastery of the Turbulent Timeways achievement, I totally get it if you're pissed. I do want to point out though that, well, it looks like this is an achievement and not a feat of strength. As far as I can tell, if this event does come back again, which, it's been pretty popular and it could be a regular end of season kind of event, you may still be able to complete the achievement. Hallow's End continues towards the end of the month, which is a bit over a week. And here's what we learned since the event launched. First is that, as expected, the hard mode version of the Headless Horseman encounter ain't all that hard, it's just a little bit hectic at times. You still want to avoid mechanics. Dying will actually consume one of the 4 active curses you have on you during hard mode, which lowers your chance at the special loot like the mount and pet and the dragon riding appearance. There's also a chance to receive a Scarlet Key, and if you have one in your possession, you can sell it on the auction house if you want to, but its purpose is to unlock the old version of Scarlet Monastery, including some long-lost transmog appearances, and this unlock works account-wide. To get that working with the key in your inventory, you just got to enter the building over at Tirisfal Glades. As you enter the Great Hall, where you can choose which instance to enter, you'll see a quest marker. Turn that in, and then it becomes a switch where, when flipped on, it activates a buff that lets you enter the old version of the dungeon. Flip the switch off when you want to go back to the current version, easy peasy. And here's what's more, access to this dungeon is meant to be sort of viral. By entering the original Scarlet Library and opening Doan's Strongbox at the end of the dungeon, you can loot another key, but from the looks of it, you can only do this once on your entire Battle.net account. Since you're in there, you don't need a second key, you can just give this to someone else or sell it, giving folks an opportunity to access this dungeon even after Hallow's End is over. As for if this one-time looting of the key is permanent, that remains to be seen. Maybe it'll kind of refresh itself the following year. And while I haven't verified this personally, according to reports, it seems like a party leader with access to this old version of the dungeon can lead a group without access into the old dungeon, so they can get their own keys. Folks who remember the Brawlers Guild invites know how this sort of works, and while we're at it, hey, we could sure do with another season of Brawlers Guild sometime. In other events, arena skirmishes are the thing for this week, and Classic Ashran is the brawl. Doing these makes me think back, I really wish War Mode would take a whole ass zone and turn it into an Ashran-like experience, as in, there's multiple PvP events going on in the area, there's this overarching Horde versus Alliance objective, there's convoys to escort and buildings to make that spawn troops that go in those directions, and the whole nines to give a more spread out natural feel, unlike a small zone like Ashran that they had to cram everything into. And over in Mythic Plus World, the affixes are Tyrannical, Volcanic, and Sanguine. Sanguine is kind of meh, but while learning it, there are important lessons with managing the fight space to avoid extra pulls, and well, the same goes for Volcanic. This week's important because it's the last Tyrannical week of the season. You want to double check your score, and take advantage of what really isn't that bad of an affix combo this week. And so ahead of time, the week after is Fortified, Storming, and Bursting. It's also a fairly easy one to handle as long as you're kind to your healers. With only a few weeks left in the season, this is the time to wrap things up before some of the old zone contents is even harder to complete than it is now. Consider working towards the upcoming Pathfinder achievements, even if you're not interested in old flying. I have little doubt that when the big expansion-wide meta for Dragonflight rolls around, Pathfinder is probably going to be a part of it. I'm going to try to have updated information on the Emerald Dream Zone content once it's working the way that I hope it does, but be sure to subscribe to this channel for more coverage and guides, some of which might be, fake. Please like the video too, that always helps, and let's have Bob close us out. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.
You start in town, get up all the weeklies, then you head down, check and notice but there aren't any, and you do a circle around the aisles, helping dragons for a while, do a hut, cook soup and some bounties. For some dungeons, stopping invasions, helping the dragon nations. But in the end, you're just a gamer, you're just trying to get the big reputation. Big reputation. Ooh, you and me were farming big reputations. That's what they were really trying to do. I want some trash bomb too. Done.